Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to talk about Bitcoin's that one level which can decide next big move. And that next big move can take us to 70,000 US dollars on BTC. So what you see in front of you is the BTC chart on 4-hourly time frame. And if you can check the market structure over here, that we have multiple lower highs. And then we have these lower lows. So this was that low which we took out over here, and this became that bullish SFP. Let's use a horizontal line here from this bottom. So you can clearly see that we have that bullish SFP over here, which took us slightly higher from this zone. Let's see the percentage what we have. That is around 14%. Really not a bad move. And from there we have rejected once again, and you can see that we have rejected at this POC. This is the point of control for this entire volume range over here. First we have rejected at the value area high, and then we have come down here, and then we tested once again this POC. We got rejected, tested once again this value area low, and then we rejected finally here. So once we have broken this low, so this becomes again the bullish SFP here. So we can delete this line and use another horizontal line over here. So why we are talking about this bullish SFP right now? Why? Because let's say that we have broken here and we swept the liquidity over here. So once we are sweeping this liquidity, because the people who went long here, they kept their stop losses over here, stop loss over here. So this becomes the liquidity for the market maker. So once it is already swept, the new short orders are opening over here because the market is looking for more lower prices. But what happens is the market reverses over here. Now these short traders have right now is they have here their stop loss and also here their stop loss. That means this becomes the liquidity once again for the market maker to go back and sweep. So this is one of the reasons why I'm expecting higher prices on BTC. Hence, I'm talking about this bullish SFP at the moment. So if we go back and see this structure over here, let's say this was that 1-2-1-2 structure. And we have spoken about this quite many times already on the video. So if this is a 1-2-1-2 structure, then we have this internal 1-2 here. So this becomes the internal structure of this entire move down over here. Like you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this becomes the third leg for this 1, 2. So we have finished this 1, 2 and we have finished this third leg to the downside. What we are expecting right now is the fourth leg up, which means we cannot come back up and sweep or even overlap into this first wave territory. This price over here looks like, what is the price? Around 76K. So the price has to come back over here and sweep this liquidity, and from there we can head towards the downside to finish finally that fifth wave. And this fifth wave is only for this 1, 2 over here. It means we have finished 1, 2, 3, and this is a flat correction 4, and now we have that fifth wave. So what about this 1, 2? This entire move now becomes from here to here becomes the third leg for this wave, and then we can have that fourth wave. It is not necessary to come back up and sweep here. Maybe we will just make a lower high again, and then we go down and finish finally that 5 wave correction. So this target, what you can see over here around 50 something, this is not the final target, because this is just an assumption at the moment, and prices can change. Structures definitely can change, guys. So that is why if there is some development in the price action, and if it is not happening exactly as we draw, we are making the video so that you can be up to date. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, this is the time where you can smash that like button and subscribe to the channel so that you can have the daily updates on your feed. Now, moving forward, this is that level where I do not want, if this is a 1-2-1-2 structure, then I do not want the price to come back and sweep this level over here. And that is around $76,000. We also can use fib levels for this entire move down as a third move, right? So we can use from this top over here to this bottom. Once again, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So to this bottom over here, and we can use the normal one, or we can use the wave 4 retrace. So let's do the setting 618 and 786. Okay, and then on it 0.65. Okay, so these are the levels, and you can see clearly that my target 70k is around that 0.618 level. Okay, we will get into this level. Okay, let's change this color to purple. Okay, so that now we are very clear here that we have rejected at the POC of the larger range, and then this white line is that value area low, and all the levels what we have is in purple at the moment. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to use the volume profile and check what's happening locally over here. So this is the mini range at the moment, and you can see clearly that we have rejected. This is that value area high, and we are at the POC at the moment, and we have kind of chop around here, and this move might not be finished, guys. We might have one more move to the downside, probably coming down and testing this 60k zone. So we will have to find multiple confluences, whether it is a long order or a short order, to initiate the trade. And to initiate the trade, we need multiple confluences so that we can be assured that the trade would go in our way. There is definitely not a guarantee in the market that the trade will definitely play out, but we should play the most probable counts and the most probable scenarios so the market can get into our favor. Okay, I'm going to change this color to be local range so that we know that, okay, this is the yellow color. This is the value area high. We have orange color over here. This is the POC, and we have another value area low over here. So this is different from the main range colors. Now let's go back to daily. I want to see if there is a daily level here. We have daily level, yes, around. We have the daily level around here. So that is coming around 60,000. Okay, so this is a good confluence over here. So we have already two confluences, the value area low and the daily level over here. And let's go back to 1 hourly time frame, check if there is some fair value gap or any order block laying. Okay, we have some fair value gap over here. So that comes around this zone. So that's your fair value gap, but that is quite high. And let's check the order block. We have this order block over here until here. So this is a good zone. So the fair value gap comes inside within that order block. So I'm going to delete that fair value gap and change this to order block. So that is already a strong confluence there. You can see that the order block is here, and we have that value area low, and plus we have that daily level. So we will check if we have that anchored VWAP, which is uptrending anchored VWAP, and that shows slightly higher. So probably this low, if this low holds here, let's say, okay, this was the first test over here, and now we have that multiple test on top of that anchored VWAP, but we have got a bounce. That means this support may be holding at the moment. But this is not a guarantee that it will hold, because internally it looks like an ABC correction followed by another ABC probably, and then we might have another ABC to the downside as a WXY move. Like this entire move down here is a ABC, and then this move up here is a ABC as well for a wave X, and then we might have that final wave Y to the downside. Then this move up becomes a 1, 2. This becomes third leg, and then this is a flat correction over here, the fourth leg, and we have that finally finished fifth wave to the upside. So in Elliott waves, this is the probable count, which can have a WXY correction to the downside around that 60k zone. And let's use our Orca Fibonacci levels, which can these are the long and short ratios, so which can also show, oh, look at that, that yellow zone comes exactly in between, sorry, the value area low comes exactly in between that yellow zone, and the red line is the daily level, which also can say this is very strong confluence where the price can come back and retest, and then we can get a bounce. Like, let's say this is a wave up, here is a wave A, and then entire chop down here, we can get a support over here, and then we can move higher, which means we can have that ABC move up higher. So let's use the fib extension tool over here. If this was the level, let's say if this was the level where we can get a bounce. Okay, for now we have the bounce at this uptrending anchored VWAP, and if we are getting the support here, then it means we can continue higher. That means entire move up here becomes A, and this is just an ABC correction to the downside as a wave 2 or wave B, and then we are moving up higher. But if we get the move down here, this is the better confluence area where we can get a test, probably a bigger bounce from here, and we can move up higher. So let's say that we can get a bounce over here. That means let's use the fib extension tool from this bottom over here to this top and to around this zone over here. Okay, this is your value area low, this is in between, so I'm gonna use around this daily level, and let's adjust this one a little bit down. Yes, so now that red levels, let's see, you can see very clear that 1618 comes around that 71k 71.2k area. So these are the levels where the price can get rejected. If this is an ABC move, then we can get a rejection over here. And also you can see that this fib levels which I drawn previously, let's change right to center. Yeah, so this was that level which I was talking about, around that 70k zone here. And also if this ABC comes and retests over this zone, that becomes the most confluential area where we can get another rejection. But let's say if this price continues higher, okay, this can definitely squeeze higher where this can keep hitting up, but I do not want this to hit up higher at $76,000. That means the price is already too strong. We might have already got the bottom here. For the short term, we might have got the bottom, and the market maker is interested to go up and take the liquidity which is laying above. And there is one more important thing to pay attention, that you can see this volume here. This is the point of control. Okay, we have to come back and sweep this liquidity, and then you can see there is one more spike in the volume over here, this zone, and that comes around even 70.8k zone. So that also lines up together with this 618 zone, which is the Fibonacci level, and then the ABC move up, the fib extension tool also says around 70.3 to 71k zone. Okay, so this is already a strong area. But in case, let's say we get that move up high with just not a ABC move up, let's say this is a wave 1, and then we had this wave 2 retrace, an entire move up here could be the wave 3, and then we can come back, take the support on this top over here, and then we could have another move up higher. And then you can say that we have got already the 5 wave move up, which means then we can get that 3 wave move down. Okay, and then we can continue higher, which can go back maybe a zigzag here. Okay, can go back higher, sweep this liquidity. Okay, and then we can move towards the downside. So the entire move up here, this is 5 wave move up, 3 wave move down, 5 wave move up, once again becomes a zigzag correction towards the upside. But this is too much in the future, so we will not talk about this. At the moment, I see only this one from the bottom here. I want this to be only an ABC move towards the upside. Finally, get this liquidity, finish with this liquidity, and then move towards the downside and give us our bottom for Bitcoin. Finally finish the bear market so that we can get into the longs I'm going to wrap up the video over here. So that is the content for you guys, and I hope you have enjoyed the video, and thank you so much. I will see you in the next video. Like and subscribe, all those good things, and see you. Bye.